This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
And welcome back, everyone. Think of it this way. When you have, let's say, a cold, congestion, you got to clear it out, right? You take maybe meds, go to the doctor. But the end result is you feel so much better. You clear it out. What about energy? What about the traumas that you're holding on to? You might not even be aware of from your childhood, events that have happened around you. We all have them. It's called life. Imagine clearing that out and feeling so much better, even to the point where you never knew that would get it done. We're going to talk about that today. And this is exactly what she does. We're even going to talk about some of the examples of people that she's worked with recently as a master Reiki practitioner and life coach. I know this is a little woo, but this is real. This is what challenges us, and we don't even know it. Katy Anderegg joins us once again on the program. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Steve. Thank you for having me again.
This is so important. I wish I could hijack social media and and put this out there on in front of everybody to realize what we all have going on, how we're challenged by many things. And these are things that a lot of it goes back to childhood, doesn't it?
It really does. Yeah, a lot of us carry a lot of weight, things that happened to us when we were young, when we didn't remember, we didn't know how to manage the emotions that we were feeling.
Mm,
And we were never really taught as we get older. We're just told to like stuff it down, get through it, work through it, it'll go away. But it never really does. It just kind of hangs out within us and causes some stress and anxiety and grief, anger, frustration. It really kind of stems from all of those things. And those emotions are, if you want to look at them like a teacher, they're really saying, hey, there's something here that needs acknowledgement. There's something here that needs healing. And, we don't look at things that way because we're not told to. We're not made aware of that way of seeing things. So if we take a moment to understand why we're so angry, why we're so frustrated, or so sad, right? There's
mm.
just some things that we come along in life that trigger us, and we're never really understanding why. So I do want to talk about a recent client that I've seen. She came to me and she was like, I just have this overwhelming sadness in my heart and I just want to get rid of it. I don't know what it is. And so I had her on my table and I just was drawn to her heart immediately, held my hands over it, and I could immediately see all the energy in my mind's eye. See all the energy just being released out of her heart. And it was, you know, people who she had lost along the way. And we sometimes just hang on to that because they're not here physically with us anymore. And we miss that, right?
Mm.
It's very understandable. But they're always with us in spirit. If you feel them near you, they are with you. And it's that simple.
Oh, I
So,
totally agree.
yeah.
I don't
So,
know if I shared with you, and I just at this point, it seems like I should say this to back that up. My mom passed like 6 years ago. I still feel her around.
oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that connection is as good as it was when she was here, and it was great. And I
Yeah.
asked for signs, and I've said this a million times, and I get them. Not all the time, but when I get them, they are very specific. There's no denying in my mind. It's you could ask for, hey, show me a butterfly. Hey, great. If that supports you, hey, wonderful, good.
Yeah.
I asked for more.
Exactly. Like my dad showed up the other night. So, and the reason why I knew is because I felt his presence, but I also smelled cigarette smoke. And nobody in my house smelled, smokes.
Hmm.
And I'm like, well, okay, there's nobody smoking here right now, but I smell it.
Yep.
And it was him. So yeah. But
Yeah.
going back to that client, as I was working that energy out of her body, just allowing that to flow, really, it's holding space for it. meeting that energy, allowing it to be released. She wanted it released, so the intention was there to let it go. And that night, and she texted me the next morning, early morning, she's like, I finally slept through the whole night for the
Wow.
first time in a long time. Thank you so much.
And
Yeah.
that's how it works.
And that's how it works. Like I
Yeah.
said, these things, they're not complicated. We think they have to be complicated because we don't understand them. But energy, if you just address it, meet it where it's at, acknowledge it, let it go, it's really the process.
So deep question here,
Yeah.
and this is based on or inspired by what you just said. Do you feel that we are, I don't mean this in a negative way, we're all grieving. Every one of us is dealing with grief. What is grief? Loss of something. So obviously the loss of a loved one, but loss of a relationship, loss of a job, loss of, let's say you got some physical challenges, loss of the freedom you had, on and on and on. When you look at it, that's a lot of challenges all stacking up energetically that potentially would need to be cleared out. Did you ever think of that? Would you agree? Would you feel that way?
Yes, I do agree. Exactly. Yeah, loss can be the loss of anything, something that's deeply meaningful to you.
Yeah.
And you don't have to explain it to anyone. It just matters what matters to you.
But
So
to illustrate your point again, we hold on to it.
we do. We hold on to it. And, going back into my own self, I recently have gone through some of my own challenges, and I had to do some deep searching because I was like, well, what is causing me to feel this frustration, this stress that I'm going through? And for me, it was the attention that I never felt I got when I was a young child. So I was seeking attention outside myself
Hmm.
to fulfill that need. And that is deeply revealing, like a revelation. Like I immediately felt better after realizing that. It's like, I don't need that. And really, it is learning to love ourselves first and recognizing that when we are able to fulfill our own love, we don't need external things to fill that need. And then we feel more whole and complete and um, kind, self, compassion, and
Sure.
we're just filled with love. And then we're able to help others.
Now, through Reiki, can we get that insight? Like I call it connecting the dots. So you connected the dots to childhood in terms of being seen,
Yes.
and a certain level of attention. And I'm going to say too, I believe we all have that.
Yeah.
Even the best parents can't always give the attention an individual child needs or wants. Every child is different. There are some kids, they're off to the side doing their own thing. They don't care. Other ones, they need more. Sometimes parents don't know that. How would you know? Um,
Right. Yeah.
but through Reiki or even coaching, I guess, do you help people connect the dots to childhood and why they may be doing whatever they're doing in adulthood?
Yeah, that can sometimes happen. It doesn't always have to happen for healing to take place.
Hmm.
Sometimes it's just simple acknowledgement that a need wasn't met, is all that is required for healing to take place. We don't often have to go into the whys, and like lay blame, if you will,
Hmm.
like the reasons that this thing didn't happen for us. Because we tend to do that, we tend to project like, well, I'm feeling this way because of something else. Um, but really, when we are taking responsibility, that doesn't mean taking blame. It's completely separate. It's
Mm.
really a non-judgmental process of just taking responsibility for our own needs, our own emotions, our own actions. And it's through self-compassion, honesty, understanding, and self-kindness, that we accept all these dark parts of ourselves. A lot of people don't want to go there because it doesn't feel good. It's scary. it's scary when we go to these dark places of ourselves. You know, we don't want other people to see it, but unfortunately, other people are seeing it because we just can't hide it. Um, and it's just when we are able to take our own self-responsibility,
Mm.
it's not blaming, not passing on judgment.
I think that's a key point there. Take responsibility, but don't blame yourself for it. Just
Yeah,
be aware. That's it.
yeah,
And I think awareness is everything. Even seeing those signs from loved ones that we're talking about.
yeah.
If and it's not easy. There's always so much going on, but to sit there and see the signs, like a couple of weeks ago. Long story short, I go to the grocery store to buy something for my daughter. She wasn't feeling well, and I walk in there and I'm like, you know what? I want to give myself a treat. I haven't gotten a treat in a long time. I want to buy something sweet, and I pass by an end cap, and it's Entenmann's is the bakery company, and my mother always liked the raspberry Danish,
Okay.
so I see it there. Not always there. They don't always make it. The stores don't always stock it. I'm like, you know what? I'm getting that. And I'm thinking about my mom. Check out, go in my car, and I look to the right, and there's a HVAC work van next to my car, and it's called Rose Dash Air. My mom's name is Rose.
Oh,
So I'm vibing her, and I get in and see that you can't make that up. Oh, and by the
no.
way, her phone number was 942. I know this is going to sound way off base here. It was 9:42. I looked at the clock in my dashboard of my car.
Oh,
You can't
see,
make that up. Like it's like,
yeah, those are beautiful synchronicities that happen that
but
only
if I
you
wasn't
would
aware,
recognize, right?
that's it. And I believe everybody, this can be for everybody, and not even just, a sign from a loved one, just a sign from universe that can support you, but we don't look for them. We're always, hey, let me grab my phone, scroll more, and all of that. We don't take the time. And I get it. Life is busy. We got a lot going on here and all. Um,
But it's a choice. You know, it's a
yeah.
choice when it comes down to it, like how busy you want to be, what you want to tune into, what you want to pay attention to. It
Yeah.
is your energy. What do you want to do with it, right?
Point. Really great point.
Yeah.
You know what? We've been given this beautiful thing, energy, and also intuition. Imagine if we fine-tuned a little bit into those, what life could be like, might be like. Do you have any other examples of people that you've helped?
Not people, but actually a dog. Really, I do animal Reiki as well. And in this special case, the dog had a lot of fear and anxiety about people coming over to the house. And so I wasn't able to do an in-person Reiki session for it. So what I did is I set up in my own office. The caretaker sent me a couple pictures of the dog, and I just really focused in and tuned into that dog's energy. And I just write down what I get. So I have notes here that I take. It's really kind of like automatic writing. It's just information that's flowing to me. It comes pretty fast, and I can just write down the information. I ended up crying through the session myself because not only can I like see what the dog is seeing, I can feel what the dog is feeling, and I'm like able to bridge that communication gap, for the caretaker and the dog, and was able to provide like what that dog needed to feel safe in its own home because it had gone through quite a traumatic experience of losing one owner, being put in a shelter, set up for euthanasia, and then was adopted out again. So it was saved, really loves its new home, but when other people come over to the house, it feels like it's going to be taken away
Hmm.
again. So
Wow.
I suggested, or the information that the dog that I received from the dog was that it wants like a gate where it can see the people, but have like a bed and comforting things for it to retreat to, knowing that it's not going to be taken away from its home and will
Hmm.
feel safer.
Wow. Um, so you detected that? You picked that up from the dog's energy?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like reading a human. And really, you can read the energy of anything. It's really just like information at its neutral source. So, and with that does come emotions and feelings and images, sometimes symbolic, sometimes clear, spot on, like actual occurrences.
Hmm.
It really, that's like our intuitive information. And anybody, I'm telling you, anybody can do that. We all have this very natural ability to be able to pick up on this information. It's like our gut feelings. Sometimes we do get an idea that pops in our head, and that is also intuition or like a thought bubble that sparks inspiration. All very similar things. So, and it goes back to being an empath. Like I'm able to feel the feelings of other people. And so it's just learning how to recognize what is my own energy from other energy. So it does take practice to hone those skills.
So a
Yeah.
couple of things here, trying to find the best words
Yeah.
to make somebody feel more at ease. So it's not like you can connect with somebody's energy and know their full story, like all those secrets and things you may not want people to know. You can't do that.
See, there's an ethical thing there, right? I have to ask for permission. I have to get the okay. And I don't just go around doing that to people. It's not what I want to do. I
Mhm,
don't want to
mhm.
know everybody's dirty secrets. It'd be too overwhelming. But if somebody's in agreement with me that they want help, then I tune into their energy and help them.
But I'm speaking in terms of specifics. It's not like you're gonna,
Oh,
maybe I'm wrong, but can you, that time when you were, you could say this to somebody or not. You were 3 years old and you fell off a rocking chair and you hit your head and your mother yelled at you, and it was in August of that year. Those specifics, to my knowledge, you're not going to pull out those, but you might say, yeah, you had something happen to you. It was like around three or whatever. You follow what I'm saying? Like if somebody
yeah.
doesn't
Yes, I
want,
do understand what you're saying. Yeah. So it depends on the situation. So I have heard of some healers being able to pinpoint like day, year, age, that sort of thing. And
hmm,
I have been able to glean some specific details about passed on loved ones
wow.
during a session. Like I can describe what they look like. I can describe their energy. And then not having ever met that person before, the client will then verify, like, yes, that is totally them. Um,
So you would say
so
you have a level of intuition.
yes, yeah,
I believe we
yep,
all do, but others
yeah,
have a little more elevated,
yeah,
maybe more and more and
yep.
more. Who knows?
I believe for some people it comes more natural.
Hmm.
It's just easier. And other people may have to practice if they want to, if they really want to learn how to use these skills, and they can develop them. So, yeah,
For the gut feeling
yeah.
that you get, and just here you are doing life in general. Another
Mhm.
day, you get a feeling about something. What does that feeling feel like?
I get a feeling about something.
Yeah.
I guess, can you be a little more specific in that?
So let's say you're trying to make a choice. Choice A, choice B. You're thinking about it. This is your personal life, not working with somebody.
Yeah.
What does it feel like when it's what you think to be the right choice? What does it feel
Mm.
like to you?
It feels peaceful, calm, solid. I would say, yeah, reassuring.
Mm.
Um, those other feelings that when, like, I got a phone call yesterday and a voicemail, right away, my whole inside just kind of twisted. I was like, maybe gonna stay away from that phone call, and not return that message. So yeah, there's definitely like if you feel like some sort of pressure, anxiety, like that voice, that nagging voice, oh, I got to do this now, right? Pressure to do something or urgency, um, that's fear. that's guilt. That's not intuition. That is more what some people refer to as like our ego mind, like something driving us to forcefully do something, right? Or do it in a moment's notice because we're being pressured. But yeah, intuitive information is calm, clear. Like even in high risk scenarios, I've read when people are driving down the road and all of a sudden they just get it's like a drawn out moment. Time slows down. It's a clarity. And they're told to like move into the other lane. And all of a sudden they move into the other lane, they listen to that, and then something bad happens where they just were, right? So that's divine guidance that's happening. That is your intuition. You are receiving that information and you're listening to it. And so it is saving you in those high moments. It's like a weird expanse of time in that situation, but I would say it's often more calm. It's not high pressure because our intuition, or another term, our higher self, that's a little woo woo,
Mm.
right? Is always guiding us, but will never interfere because we have free will. So we do have the choice to listen to the intuition information, which is for our highest good, or not. You have that choice.
Do you feel when choice A or choice B, whatever it may be, something serious or what should I have for dinner tonight, Italian or Chinese, whatever it is, when it's your intuition telling you the answer, do you feel it's the first thing you get and it's lighter? And
Yes.
many times we overthink it. It can't be that easy. Nah, no, 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 no. Let me think about this more. Logical mind engages, and then
Hmm.
you overthink it, and then you pick the wrong choice.
Yeah, we second guess ourselves. Yep,
Yes.
exactly. Oh, I would totally say that. Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And sometimes the intuitive correct answer is not the one you want to hear.
You're exactly right.
Hmm.
Because you're like, well, that doesn't feel good. I don't want to do
I don't want to do that,
that.
but deep down inside, you know it's the right answer. But or maybe you want to challenge it. Yeah, I think that's the right one. I mean, let's see what happens if I go the other way.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be life changing um, intuition or decisions,
Yeah.
but sometimes you
I
want to test
do,
it.
I do want to say that about intuition because I believe it's a little misleading when we hear about manifesting abundance and stuff like that. Like, we're not always guided to do the fun things. We're not always guided to do the most admirable things. It is for our highest good, and that's individual. It's for the individual. So your highest good is different than mine, right? So that's why we have like all these different, it just unfolds into 8 billion different highest goods. We're all interacting, we're all learning. It can be complicated very fast. But when we bring it back down to the individual, listening to your highest good, yes, it will guide you to walk through what needs healing. So it's going to put you in front of challenges. It's going to put you in front of situations that have been repeating patterns in our lives. And it's guiding you to make a different choice so that
Hmm.
you can move beyond
Yep.
and heal.
Well, it's been said that the stuff that's uncomfortable is the stuff that changes your life and transforms it.
Yes.
You have to embrace the uncomfortable, and sometimes your intuition is going to say that's what you need, that's the answer,
Yeah.
but it's uncomfortable,
Yeah.
so we
And
don't do it.
learning to sit in uncomfortability, uncertainty, the unknown. We can't always see all the steps ahead.
Yeah.
And that's part of it too.
Mm.
So
How do
just
we
learning to trust yourself.
how do we connect with you, Katie? That's a big thing. Trusting what you're getting. Um,
Yeah.
how do we connect with you if somebody's going through some challenges? Maybe they feel that their energy needs to get cleared out, or even on the life coaching side of things. How do we find you?
Yeah. So the best way to get a hold of me is through my website, www.katyandandregg.com. www.intuitivehealingsllc.com.
And if somebody simply has a question, wants to better understand this, can they reach out to you?
Yeah, so you can email me at info@intuitivehealingsllc.com.
We've spoken a few times. I didn't know the level of intuitive connected to the healing, what that was with you. Now I got it, and it's amazing and beautiful, like really cool.
So
And,
thank you.
and I love what you do. It's so important. I figured it out in my journey. This stuff is real. It works.
It is.
Go to the website.
It's a lot simpler than we think.
You know what? It is. And what do we do? This thing called our mind, the logic part of it, complicates it. And, it doesn't have to be that way. Thanks for being here today. Looking forward next time we get together.
All right. Have a good day.
You too. I'll be right back.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect. This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.